And welcome to Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. I'm Dan.
I'm Jacob.
And this is going to be a jam-packed show tonight. We have a lot to get through, so we're going to blow through literally the beginning of everything. So going back from scores of last week, we had some Tuesday games that actually had some MAC championship.
Maction.
Yeah, some action. Ohio beat UMass 42-14. Northern Illinois falls to Western Michigan 35-19, and Akron sneaks by Bowling Green State 19-16.
Wait, UMass got their first win of the season?
No, Ohio won 42-14.
Oh, I misheard that.
Yeah. Then some more action. Miami, Ohio beat Buffalo 37-20, and Central Michigan beat Kent State 28-16. So, 4 of those teams are actually in it to go into the MAC championship, and we'll get into that a little bit. Thursday, you had the Ragin' Cajuns against Arkansas State Wolfpack.
I thought they were like the Red Wolves.
I don't care.
Doesn't matter. No one's clamoring for Arkansas State.
Yeah, no. Raging Cajuns won 34-30. And then we get to a little bit more of a primetime game with Florida State on Friday taking on North Carolina State. They ended up prevailing by 10, 21-11.
Now they're bowl eligible.
They are bowl eligible. And then another game that has some implications in the Mountain West. UNLV beats Hawaii 38-10, and we'll get into that in a little bit on why that game mattered. And then we go into the Saturday matchups. Number 1, Ohio State takes care of business 42-9 against Rutgers.
I will say, from what I watched, very sloppy first half.
It was a very sloppy first half. You could actually see that.
You're missing your top 2 wideouts.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see we're missing some playmakers. And then Samford goes to Texas A&M and gets absolutely mollywopped 48-0. Charlotte goes to Georgia and
SEC Cupcake Week.
Yep, SEC Cupcake Week. Charlotte loses 35-3. USC didn't really make it a game against Oregon. It was 42-27.
I think it was close in the first half, and then it just got No,
it was first close in the first quarter.
That's what it was. First quarter, and then the end of the first half, Oregon was up like 20.
Yep.
They put belt to ass.
Mizzou at Oklahoma. This game was a lot closer than what the score says. It was 17-6.
Boring.
It was boring. It was a traditional ground and pound game for both teams. Then Syracuse gets absolutely belt smacked by Notre Dame, who scored 21 points before their offense hit the field. Thoughts?
Good.
They scored 35 points in the first quarter.
That's insane.
So yeah, let's just keep going. You had EIU playing Alabama to their cupcake team.
Cupcake.
BYU takes care of Cincinnati 26-14. Kansas State loses it was a barn burner. Kansas State at Utah. Utah 51, Kansas State 47.
I think I called that game being a barn burner.
Yeah, you did. And then you got Miami at Virginia Tech, and they handle business by double their score, 34-17.
They took care of business every day.
Kentucky gets blown out by Vanderbilt, 45-17.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. Pitt at Georgia Tech. Now this game surprised me.
You mean Pitt upsetting Georgia Tech?
Yep, 42-28.
And that's big.
That is big
for the ACC.
And we'll get into to all of the rigmarole of that here soon.
Why does that still sound like a slur, even though it's not? Just one of those weird words.
Yeah. And then Arkansas went to Texas and scored 37 points on a Texas team that mediocre this year.
I did say And I was wrong. I said I thought that Texas had a chance to get upset by Arkansas, but Arkansas scoring more than 30 points is kind of an upset.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. Michigan goes to Notre Dame, or Maryland, I'm sorry. Michigan goes to Maryland and wins 45-20. Tennessee takes care of Florida 31-11. Illinois takes care of Wisconsin. Oh, no, wait. Illinois loses to Wisconsin 27-10.
Illinois is one of the weirdest ranked teams this year. They're good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad. Like, they pick an identity and stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like,
TCU Houston. TCU 17, Houston 14. I called this game being a little bit higher scoring than that. I thought, TCU had a chance to score 35, 40 points.
they said, nah, dude.
They said, nah, bro. Tulane at Temple. Tulane wins 37-13. Arizona State at Colorado 42-17.
Good.
Minnesota loses to Northwestern 38-35 on a last-second field goal.
Does that mean that Northwestern's now bowl eligible?
I believe Northwestern is bowl eligible now.
They are 6-5.
Yep, they are bowl eligible.
Weird.
And then Louisville at SMU. SMU handles business 38-6.
After Louisville was riding the high of being ranked, losing, and then they get absolutely blown out,
Yeah.
as is tradition.
Delaware goes to Wake Forest and loses 52-14.
Not really shocked.
KU had a miserable day, losing to Iowa State 38-14.
Yeah, I don't think they're making a bowl this year.
That's fair. Tulsa at Army. Army loses by 1, 26-25. Washington State at James Madison. James Madison continues to be undefeated, 24-20. Baylor.
They lost one game.
James Madison?
Yeah, 10-1.
Who did they lose to?
I'm looking it up. They lost week 2 to Louisville.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Now, this brings up a quick. I know we got a lot to talk about. Do you think James Madison is one of those teams that deserves to get moved up to a Power 4 conference because they have statistically dominated since they came up from the FCS level to the FBS level?
I think that they should go to a better conference.
Not the American or whatever.
Yeah, I think that they would do good in the MAC. I think that they would also do good in the Sun Belt.
I think they do good in the ACC.
Well,
Not like at first.
considering like half the ACC schools have losing records this year, like that's fair.
Or do you just want to stay in your own little thing and be like, I don't know, kind of a big deal?
Yeah, that's another fair point. Baylor at Arizona. Arizona wins 41-17. Old Dominion goes to Georgia Southern and wins 45-10. Mercer at Auburn.
Okay.
Mercer scoring 17 points on Auburn is a win for them. Then you have Montana State at Kennesaw State, and Kennesaw State absolutely mollywopped them in the first 3 quarters, and then Missouri State came back 41-34.
Did they end up winning that?
No, it was a loss by Missouri State. Kennesaw State won 41-34.
Okay. Missouri State, though, is doing really well in their first year.
First year for coming up from the FCS.
7-4.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Bowl eligible first year.
Nevada beats Wyoming 13-7. Ball State loses to Toledo 38-9. Marshall had a chance to win that game against App State 26-24 and blew it.
It happens.
Yep. UConn at FAU. UConn 48, FAU 45.
Now, that's one of them classic college football shootouts. That puts asses in the seats.
Yep. Liberty at Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech takes care of business 34-28 in overtime. Sam Houston State at Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State wins 31-17. New Mexico State goes to UTEP. and the Miners could not pull through. New Mexico State 34, UTEP 31. USF absolutely put belt to ass against UAB 48-18. Michigan State at Iowa. Now this was a really good game. Iowa ends up winning 20-17, but that was one of the better Big Ten games I've seen this year.
I mean, Iowa's actually a really good team.
Yeah.
If they ever make it to the college football playoff, I would not want to play them.
Fair. So Bill Belichick could not get another win this year.
His girlfriend is now what, 3-7?
3-7.
4-7.
4-7. Duke handles business against North Carolina 32-25. Jacksonville State goes to FIU and loses 27-21.
It happens.
University of Southern Mississippi goes to who did they play? South Alabama. Played South Alabama 42-35 South Alabama. Eastern Carolina goes to UTSA, and UTSA wins 58-24.
Yeah, just blows them out.
Just blowed them out. Oklahoma State at UCF. UCF continues to get better, but not by much. 17-14. Oklahoma State looks like a shadow of their former self.
They haven't been good for at least the past 2 years.
Yeah.
The fall off was real.
Mm-hmm. Georgia State loses to Troy 31-19. Coastal Carolina gets absolutely mollywopped by South Carolina 51-7.
Cupcake game?
Yeah. Well, they're SEC.
I think there was only really two decent games in the SEC.
Well, I like how Clemson is taking a note out of the SEC book, and they scheduled Furman this past weekend and beat them 45-10.
Well, they're like SEC light.
Yeah.
6-5, if it helps.
It doesn't.
They might be bowl eligible somehow.
And isn't the Cockwalk this weekend?
The what?
The Cockwalk, Clemson at South Carolina.
I don't know.
Isn't that the rivalry game this week?
It is.
Yep.
Saturday at 11.
University of Louisiana Monroe goes to Texas State and loses 31-14. Now, this game disappointed me. Nebraska at Penn State. Penn State 37, Nebraska 10. I thought Nebraska put up a little bit more of a fight. I know Dylan Raiola is injured, but I thought they would put up a little bit more of a fight. New Mexico at Air Force. New Mexico pulls out the win and almost holds Air Force scoreless 20-3. That has big implications.
The service academy schools are not great this year, except for Navy.
Yeah. That game right there had a little bit of impact on the American Conference. Colorado State at Boise State. Boise State just ran the table. And I read that there were 2 Colorado State football players that were suspended indefinitely for spitting on 2 Boise State players during the game.
Wasn't there somebody who got stabbed?
Oh, I don't know about that.
There was I think I heard there was one of the players for one. I can't remember if it was a regular a D1 school or D2 school, but I heard that one of the players stabbed 2 other players, and then they ended up winning that game. But I can't remember where it was or if it was just a fever dream.
Probably a fever dream. That would have been major college football news today. Cal loses to Stanford
6-5.
31-10. We're going to get into Cal here in a little bit. University of North Texas just absolutely
doing
demolished
what they
Rice.
have been doing this whole season.
Yeah, 10-1. North Texas is 10-1. Then you have Western Kentucky at LSU, and Western Kentucky almost pulls out the win, 13-10.
Cupcake week?
That's not for LSU.
LSU's bad.
Yeah, and then the game that I was watching all night long, Washington at UCLA. There was so many things wrong with that game. So there was a fake field goal pitch fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. UAB. 2 UAB players out of hospital after stabbing. They were stabbed by their teammate.
Their teammate? Oh, that's cool.
UAB football player accused
Yeah.
of stabbing 2 teammates remains in custody. That was 1 day ago. I knew it wasn't crazy.
But the Washington and UCLA game. UCLA went for a fake field goal where they flipped it behind the kicker and or the holder, and the kicker was going to run it for a first down. Well, the kicker kind of went the holder kind of went like this, and it went way over his head, hit the ground, and then the Washington guy hit the kicker so hard he went back like 10 yards. Then he picked the ball up and ran it for a touchdown. Then the UCLA quarterback was scrambling for his life because that's what the UCLA quarterback does because they don't have an offensive line. And
Should have stayed in Tennessee.
he dropped the ball and went to go grab it again, and they got it and scooped and scored again. And that game ended up being 48-14.
That's indicative of stupid play calls.
Yeah. And then Utah State goes to Fresno and wins 28-17, and then San Jose State loses to San Diego State 25-3. That game was hard to watch.
San Diego.
What does San Diego mean?
And translated in German as whale's vagina. Pretty sure it means Saint Diego. No, that's not right.
You're lying. All right, which brings us into this week.
Let's just do a quick.
Well, I think we should just do the top 25, and then we'll go into everything we got going on this week.
Standing rankings. We got.
No. We'll talk about the games coming up for the top 25.
Well, we're not going to talk about what teams are in the top 25.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just run through them.
Go ahead.
That's playoff ranking. Do we want coaches or AP?
AP.
Okay. At number 25, SMU. Number 24, Pittsburgh. Number 23, kind of a big drop. Georgia Tech, Tulane at 22. North Texas at 21. 20, James Madison, which I believe would put them currently in the playoff because they're the highest group of 5. Or not. No?
North Texas.
Are they ranked higher?
They will be after this week.
19 USC, number 18 Tennessee, 17 Virginia, 16 Texas. Still don't understand how they're ranked that high. Number 15 Michigan, number 14 Utah, 13 Miami, Florida, 12 is Vanderbilt, 11 is BYU, 10 is Alabama, 9 Notre Dame. Really, 11 through 1 didn't change.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 9 Notre Dame, 8 Oklahoma, 7 Texas Tech, 6 Ole Miss, 5 Oregon. Oregon went up. That was the only thing that changed. Georgia at 4, Texas A&M at 3, Indiana at 2, and the Ohio State University at number 1.
All right, so let's look at these top 25 matchups for this week.
Week 14.
All right, and we start with let's start with number 1, Ohio State at Michigan. I think you know who I'm picking.
I just don't want to say it out loud. I don't want to jinx it.
Okay, I'll take the higher ranked team.
I'm going to take the higher ranked team as well.
Yeah. And then number 2, we got Indiana. Who did they play this week?
I didn't even see them. Did they play Friday? They play Friday.
Oh, they play Friday?
They play Purdue.
Oh, yeah, they play. Well, there's a lot of games on Friday. Black Friday. Okay, so yeah, number 2, Indiana plays Purdue. Give me Indiana, but Purdue to cover the spread.
Give me Indiana and Purdue to at least turn the ball over 6 times.
That's also fair. Number 3, Texas A&M, also a Friday game at Texas. Big rivalry game.
Big implications in the SEC. If somehow Texas upsets Texas A&M, which they won't because it's Texas, and Texas is the most bipolar team I think I've ever seen this year.
Texas A&M is pretty locked in for the SEC championship game.
Well, yeah, but if they lose and Texas wins, and then the next game that happens, if it happens potentially, then Texas A&M I think is locked in regardless.
Well, this is the last week.
I know.
So if Texas A&M loses to Texas and Alabama beats Auburn, it's still Texas A&M and Alabama. Now, the implication is if...
Well, actually, right now, how it stands is it goes Texas A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, and then Alabama.
But Alabama has the head-to-head against Georgia.
But Georgia would have to lose.
No. Alabama would have to lose in order for Georgia to get in. We're going to get to all that.
I'm confused.
Yeah, we're going to get to all that. I have this all written down in the trusty handy-dandy notebook.
The handy-dandy.
So, give me Texas A&M.
Give me Texas A&M, but I feel like...
I think it's going to be ugly.
I think it's going to be an ugly, just head scratcher. You're just going to be like, what the fuck is Arch doing? What is whoever the quarterback for Texas A&M doing?
Yeah. Georgia and Georgia Tech also play on Black Friday. That game is at 2:30.
In hot Atlanta.
Georgia has to go to Georgia Tech.
It's a neutral site game.
Well, yeah, but
it's in hot Atlanta.
Give me Georgia Tech.
Give me...
They played them close for the last 2 years. I think Georgia Tech has what it takes to upset them this year. I think that's why they lost this past week, is because they were looking ahead to Georgia.
I could see it. Give me Georgia, and I don't like saying it just because this game means probably more to Georgia than it does Georgia Tech. Georgia has to win. Oh, no, this is a non-conference game.
Yeah,
this game doesn't matter to them.
Doesn't matter.
Well, college football playoff ranking.
Yeah, it does matter for that.
If Georgia loses to Georgia Tech, I think Georgia Tech's locked in at the ACC. We'll get into that.
Yep. Number 5, Texas Tech at West Virginia. Give me Texas Tech by 40.
Yeah. West Virginia is hot dog water. Hot dog water.
Number 6, Ole Miss.
Number 6, Ole Miss goes to Mississippi State. Now, call me crazy here.
For the Egg Bowl.
For the Egg Bowl. Mississippi State has been playing out of their minds lately. Like, they haven't been winning much, but they've been, like, holding people close. This game probably means a lot more for Mississippi State than it does Ole Miss. Again, Ole Miss needs, obviously, to win in order to have a chance to make it into the college football playoff. But you got to think about it. The last game of the season, probably for Mississippi State.
Probably for Lane Kiffin at Oxford.
And Mississippi State is going to be senior day.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of emotions flying around. And
I don't think this class of students has beaten Ole Miss.
Well, any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday.
Well, I guess in this case, any given Friday.
Any day after Thanksgiving.
Any given day, ever. Maction. Maction's a thing.
Yep.
At number 7, I gotta find it. Oregon travels to Washington for the Apple Cup.
Nope, that's Washington.
Civil War.
Washington State.
Civil War. The hell is that one called?
I don't think that's a rivalry.
It should. It's in Seattle.
Yeah, it's in Seattle. I want to say, give me Oregon.
Give me Oregon, but don't color me shocked if Washington doesn't do the same thing as, like I said, senior day. Washington is going to make it to a bowl game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Washington's also no slouch.
This next game we're going to talk about has major playoff implications. We have LSU at Oklahoma. Oklahoma's number 8.
Give me Oklahoma.
You don't think the Tigers
No.
can ruin Oklahoma's shot at going to the playoff?
No.
Okay.
They almost lost to Western Kentucky in Baton Rouge. And this is in Norman.
Okay. Yeah, it is tough to play in Norman.
Especially at 2:30.
Yeah, 2:30 kickoff. And then we got who's number 9?
Number 9.
Are they on a Friday?
It's Saturday. It's the last game. Notre Dame goes to Stanford. Let's be real here. Give me Notre Dame
That's just
by like 50.
probably in the first quarter.
Jeremiah Love's going to do some weird shit. They're going to pull their starters at halftime, put all their seniors in. Some Catholic kids are going to be crying. It's going to be fun.
I cried on a daily basis.
Is it because you're Catholic or?
Well, it used to be.
At number 10, we got Friday game? No. Who the hell's 10? Oh, Bam at Auburn, the Iron Bowl.
The Iron Bowl. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Call me silly. Give me Auburn to upset Alabama.
Last game of the season.
Last game of the season.
Senior day. It's in Auburn. Now, I feel like there's a strong case to be said for all of these schools that have the home game, the last home game, guaranteed senior day. Extra emotions are going to be flying. You're going to have a lot of people, like, into the game we're going to get into here in a little bit. You know, finally, he's going to leave. As much as I love the guy, we'll get into that. Give me Alabama, but I don't color me shocked if Auburn does pull up that upset.
Okay.
At number 11, we have
UCF at BYU. Give me BYU.
Yeah.
BYU is probably going to win by 20. It wouldn't shock me if it was more.
Yeah, no. UCF's so bipolar this year. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, they'll do really well and then they play like shit, and then they do really well and they play like shit for 3 games in a row.
Yep. Number 12, Utah at KU.
Utah-
Can KU become bowl eligible and keep Utah out of the Big 12 championship? There is a path for them. And we will get into that later.
If any school can do it, it would be just for no reason other than it's Jalen Daniels' last game.
He goes off 450 yards passing.
Just goes the fuck off.
I like it.
Just for no reason. Like, he's been super mid all season, and that's where I was getting at. I'm like, it sucks to see a lot of those seniors leave, just in general. Like, if any school, you know, like Ohio State, like last year, you know, you got to see Jack Sawyer leave.
Yeah.
You had to see JT Tuimoloau.
Yep.
A few years ago, when you had to see, even Will Howard, you know, that was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see all those players leave, you kind of get emotionally connected to those just people you'll never meet. You may never meet in your life.
Because it's every once in a while it's like, hey, do you remember Will Howard? How he like just made the sideline better. He was always running through there, always energetic, like, you know.
Or like, do you remember? This one is gonna probably call back to me. Like Todd Reesing, when Todd Reesing played at KU, and he just made that offense electric.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I don't know. Did Ezekiel Elliott declare early? He probably did.
Yeah, he did. Number 13, Miami at Pitt. Now, this has ACC and college football playoff implications. Can Pitt stave off Miami?
Well,
considering what they just did to Georgia Tech.
And again, hear me out. Home field advantage is big. They're not. If it was in Miami, I'd say give me Miami 100%. But the forecast is 35 degrees.
When was the last time it was 35 degrees in Miami?
I don't think ever. I just don't think those Florida boys are going to do too hot up in Pittsburgh. You know, and they might still do well. It is football, you know. You're out there running around, but it's when you're not running around that's when it gets you.
Yeah. My game of the week, other than the Ohio State-Michigan game.
That team up north.
Number 14, Vanderbilt at number 20, Tennessee.
Now, this should be a rivalry game. If it's not, I think most of the time the last games of the season are actually rivalry games, excluding some random ones.
You have Diego Pavia coming off one of his best games of the year. 454 yards passing, I believe.
Uh, 484 yards passing.
484. Almost 500 yards passing.
5 touchdowns and 1 interception.
And the interception was thrown on his last possession on the last play.
Also 48 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Man balled out of his mind.
Yep. I'm going to take Vanderbilt.
I am too.
Give me Vanderbilt by 6. I think it's still a close game.
It is in Tennessee.
And it is in Tennessee. Well, Vanderbilt's in Tennessee as well.
Yeah, but it's in Neyland.
I understand.
Or Ohio State Stadium South.
Ohio Stadium South. That was so funny.
Didn't they say Neyland North?
Yeah, they called Ohio Stadium Neyland North.
And they got beat
down.
Bad.
I think we did. We already do the 15.
15. No. We got number 15. We got the Battle of Los Angeles.
USC and Cal.
UCLA and USC.
Oh, USC and UCLA. USC.
Yeah. No, they're favored by 21.5. I think
we're going to get into that's one of the first topics on here for
the Battle of Los Angeles.
Something like that. Number 16. We already did that one. That was Georgia Tech.
17 we did. That was Texas A&M. 18 we already did.
Ohio State, Michigan.
That team up north.
19 Virginia Tech at Virginia. Give me Virginia.
Yeah, give me Virginia.
Number 20. That was Tennessee. Number 21 we have Northwestern at Illinois. Give me Northwestern.
Give me Northwestern again.
Just becoming bowl eligible. On a high. Give me Northwestern upset.
This has to be a rivalry game. One's in Chicago, one's in Champaign.
Some Champaign.
Number 22.
Number 22.
We got Bitchface McGee versus Arkansas. There's no aminosity. Anonymity?
Anonymity?
And see an enemy.
Ah. Okay.
There's no animosity between.
Anonymity?
I fucking hate Missouri. Just the whole state.
Izu.
It's just stupid.
Get
actual letters.
Give me
BMU, not Ms.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Give me Arkansas.
Give me Arkansas just to fucking fuck you.
Number 23.
That would be Houston at Baylor.
Give me Baylor. At Baylor, give me Baylor.
Give me Houston. Heck it.
Number 24, Charlotte at Tulane.
Give me Tulane to put belt to ass.
And number 25. Who is number 25?
That is the Friday night game. That's the last Friday night game. It's Arizona at Arizona State.
Okay, now hear me out.
That's a group of schools that hate each other.
I hate to say this.
One's the Wildcats and one is known for whores.
Well, it's the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
So hear me out. Give me Arizona.
They're favored.
Give me Arizona to upset Arizona State.
I can see it.
All right, now that we have gotten through games of the week for last week, games of the week for this week, and the top 25 rankings, let's go into the handy dandy notebook.
Handy dandy notebook.
Would you like to know a fun fact?
I like fun facts.
Lincoln Riley has not won against the top 10 team since becoming the head coach of USC, and he was hired in 2022.
Really? Color me shocked.
Yeah. Vanderbilt, if they win this week, it will be their first ever top 10 or 10 win season in program history. This year they set a record, or tied a record, and it marks their first 9-win season since the SEC expanded in 1992 to 14 teams.
I didn't realize that Vanderbilt has been that bad the entire time.
Yeah. Another fun fact, KU needs a win to become bowl eligible or to go bowling.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah. If Virginia wins this weekend, they are one of the only locks for their conference championship. And then this is something that I want to talk about because of all of the coaching news. The North Texas head coach Eric Morris could get offers from Penn State, Florida, Ole Miss, and Auburn. Ole Miss only if Lane Kiffin goes to LSU or Florida. And they're already talking potential salaries for Lane Kiffin. 10 years, $90 million.
He'll be there for 3. They just need to make it a 3-year deal.
Yeah. And then after 9 seasons as the head coach of Cal, Justin Wilcox has been fired. He was fired yesterday at noon Central Time. Nick Rolovich, the former coach at Washington State and Hawaii, is the interim head coach.
What was that one about Patrick Mahomes?
Eric Morris, the North Texas head coach, has worked with Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes, Cam Ward, and John Mateer. That's actually a hell of a resume.
You have perennial MVP candidate. You have Baker Mayfield. You have one of the funniest quarterbacks I think I've ever seen in the Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Just that whole interview. He's like, "We keeping it bulk right now. We ass." He says that shit on like live TV. I was like, "Come on, bro. Like, just because you don't have an offensive line doesn't mean we can't laugh at your mistakes."
So let's go into conference championship games, the most likely candidates. Right now, the only conference championship that is in a lock is Conference USA. Jacksonville State will play Western Kentucky for the Conference USA championship. James Madison is the only one locked for the Sun Belt right now. There's like a 4-way split between the number 2 team for that championship game. In the American Conference, the winner of the Navy and Memphis game and the North Texas and Tulane game will play in the American Conference Championship. Who do you like in that?
Tulane doesn't play North Texas.
North Texas is playing Tulane, or not this week, but next week, aren't they?
This is the last week of the season.
No.
Yeah, this is it. Memphis Navy plays Memphis. It said Conference USA.
No, that's the American.
Oh.
It's the American Conference.
Yeah, North Texas plays Temple. And Charlotte plays Tulane.
So there could be a potential 2-way tie there with North Texas and Tulane. And
you got your notes wrong.
Yeah, I did get my notes wrong. I read it wrong apparently and wrote it down wrong. Okay, so in the Mountain West, there's 5 teams in the mix, and those 5 teams are San Diego State, New Mexico, and UNLV. And Boise State. Those are the 5 teams. We will get into that in a little while. It's a lock if San Diego State and Boise State both win this week. If one of them loses, 3 teams are eligible. If 2 of them loses, all 5 teams could be eligible.
Does it just become a dice roll at that point?
So they go by common opponents and stuff like that, and then at the end they just draw names out of a hat. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not even joking. I've read the rules for the Mountain West, and they're like, if you can't choose 2 teams between this rule, this rule, this rule, this rule, this rule, this rule, you put the names in a hat and you draw 2 names out.
Can we please just have every team in the Mountain West lose, or those 2 teams?
Yeah. I want you to do it on live television too. Like, I want you to be like, I want the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference to come on and be like, you know what? Hey guys, here's a bowler hat, and we're gonna pick the conference championship teams to play for the Mountain West Conference this year.
Just a Boise State hat.
Yeah,
It's just a Boise State hat, and they're just like, Boise State.
I wonder how many of those things in there said Boise State.
Boise State versus that says Boise State.
Boise State versus Boise State. What? You put different names on the paper, right?
Or lie.
Oh no.
It's rigged.
It's all of it's rigged.
Everything's rigged.
Everything is rigged. All right, in the Big 12, the most likely teams to make the Big 12 championship game is probably Texas Tech, BYU, but there are scenarios moving on down the line of some shenanigans that can happen.
Shenanigans, he says.
Shenanigans. In the SEC, it looks like Texas A&M and Alabama are a lock to go to the SEC championship game, but there is a road where technically Georgia could make it if both Alabama and Texas A&M lose. They could technically make it to Atlanta.
I just want all the SEC teams to lose except for Vanderbilt.
In the ACC, Virginia wins and they're in. And in the Big Ten, the most likely Big Ten championship game is going to be between Ohio State and Indiana. I'll get into what happens in a few moments. The scenario that could play out.
The shenanigans are.
So in the Mountain West, San Diego State is 1 win away from the championship. So they win, they're in. Boise State can win can be in there if they win. But 3 other teams have a path. If Boise State and San Diego State lose, it also opens up UNLV and Nevada.
And another team to be named later.
Yeah, and another team to be named later to get in. But the most likely scenario is San Diego State and Boise State win out. They go to the Mountain West Championship. Thoughts?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. In the Big 12, so Texas Tech and BYU both win and they're in. In order for Utah to make it into the Big 12 Championship, they have to beat KU. BYU has to lose, Arizona has to win, and Texas Tech has to lose.
That's just a clusterfuck wrapped in an enigma. It's too much shit.
Oh, yeah? For Arizona State to get in, because they still have a path, they win against Arizona, BYU loses, and Texas Tech loses. Most likely Texas Tech and BYU.
That makes sense. I don't think they're going to have any issues.
Now the MAC is where it gets fucked. there are still 5 teams fighting for 2 spots.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
Yes. There's still 5 teams fighting. Only one has a clear path, and that's Western Michigan. They win, they're in. But the 5 teams are Western Michigan, Miami, Ohio, Toledo, Central Michigan, and Ohio. Western Michigan wins and they're in. Ohio has to beat Buffalo with a Toledo loss, a Kent State loss, a Western Michigan loss, and a Miami loss. They can make it, guys. It's not a 0 chance, but it's highly unlikely.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes. And Miami, Ohio needs to force a 3-way tie with Toledo, Central Michigan, and themselves in order to make the MAC championship, which means Western Michigan could play either Central Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, or Miami, Ohio. Any given Saturday.
Maction.
The ACC. Now, this one is the only one that I found that had percentages of what could happen. Virginia wins and they're in. 80.1% chance that they will beat Virginia Tech this weekend to go to the ACC title game.
Wouldn't it just be the funniest thing if Virginia Tech upsets
Mollywops them?
and then so they're just like sitting there just like...
Now, when they're in, SMU. 69.7% chance.
Nice.
Now, here's where it gets screwy. Pitt can get in if Virginia loses and they win against Miami. 22.7% chance of that happening.
22.
Duke can still make it to the ACC championship if Miami wins and both SMU and Virginia lose.
And Duke wins, assumingly.
Yes, and Duke wins. Now, Georgia Tech can still get in with an 11.6% chance. Georgia Tech wins against Georgia. Well, no. Georgia Tech will be idle this week because it's a non-conference game.
It doesn't matter what they do.
Yeah. So, Georgia Tech gets in with a Virginia loss, an SMU loss, and a Miami win, since Pitt has the game ahead over Georgia Tech. Now, the 0.04% chance that Miami makes it is Duke and Miami both win. Stanford beats Cal, which happened Friday. Yeah. And then Miami has a chance to go to the ACC championship game. Stanford has already beaten Cal. They beat him Friday. And if Duke and Miami win, it'll be Miami and Duke.
Miami just squirrels their way into it.
Yeah. That's exactly like how it is.
Who the hell's Duke play?
I don't know. They just played North Carolina, didn't they?
Phone, load faster. The SSA. Wake Forest. Duke plays Wake Forest in wherever the hell. Durham,
North Carolina.
And SMU plays Cal.
Yep, SMU plays Cal, which if SMU loses, it messes the entirety of the ACC up.
The most clusterfucked conference.
Yeah, is the most clusterfucked conference.
That makes sense. Leave it to the ACC to just make me confused half the time.
So I want to get into talking about the AP rankings and how they start off ranking.
I didn't even drink any of this. I opened it and never drank any of it. The
You're
hell's
behind.
wrong with me?
So in the American Conference, and I understand strength of schedule, strength of record, stuff like that. In the American Conference, you have two teams that are not ranked. One of them being Tulane, who is 9-2, and the other
Tulane
being
is ranked.
are they? Oh yeah, they just became ranked 24.
24, yes.
24.
24.
And North Texas, who is not ranked,
They should be.
and they are 10-1.
They are ranked, however, in the college football playoff ranking somehow. So is James Madison and that other one team you talked about.
Tulane?
North Texas. North
Texas.
Texas, Tulane, and
Okay.
James Madison. University of James Madison.
Is Virginia ranked?
Virginia is ranked. Like 18.
So
No, 18's that team up north.
So I'm gonna give you three teams that are ranked in the ACC, which is Virginia, Georgia Tech, and Miami.
And I have to guess if any of them are a real team.
None of them are real.
Are they birds? Well, technically, the Miami is a bird.
It's a hurricane.
Yeah, but their mascot's is a bird.
It's
It's like Ilox or something. It's
something
like,
like that, yeah.
and as everybody knows, birds are not real. They work for the government. You know what else isn't real? The government. Nothing's real.
Fair enough. But do you know who's not ranked despite both of them having an 8-3 record
Oklahoma State. Oh, you just mean just guess who's ranked or
in
guess?
the ACC? Pitt and SMU.
Yep.
Both
That's what I said.
Both 8-3, not ranked.
That's what I said.
You know who is ranked though?
Miami.
Tennessee, who is 7-4. Missouri, who is 7-4.
They should be 0-12.
Let's go down to the Big 12, who have 5 ranked teams: Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, Arizona State, and Houston.
One of those is a fraud team.
And did you know another 8-3 team that's not ranked is Arizona?
They were ranked until they lost.
In the Big 10, 6 teams are ranked: Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon,
That team up north.
that team up north, USC, and Illinois.
Ilianis.
Another team who is 8-3 who's not ranked: Washington.
See, and Washington's like one of those weird, scary ones.
Yeah. So let's go to the SEC, who have 9
Damn,
ranked
nature,
teams.
you scary.
Texas A&M, who's currently undefeated. That's understandable. They're ranked number 3 in the nation. Georgia, who is 10-1.
Georgia.
Their only loss to Alabama. Ole Miss is 10-1. Their only loss to Alabama. Alabama, their only loss to Florida State.
They lost 2 games.
Florida State and Texas. No, Oklahoma.
Yep.
Oklahoma. They lost to Florida State and Oklahoma.
And John Mateer.
And then
Mater.
you have Texas, who is 7-4,
Shouldn't be ranked.
who should not be ranked. Oklahoma, who is 10-2,
Should be ranked higher.
who should be ranked higher. Vanderbilt, who is 9-2.
Yeah.
Alabama and Georgia, right?
Their 2 biggest games of the year they've
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
But other than that, they've been actually doing really well. And I'm one of my favorite turnarounds of the last few years is Vanderbilt, who has been
Yeah.
a poverty team. And
Yeah.
everybody was like, they're rebuilding their stadium for no reason. The hell's a Commodore?
Tennessee at 7-4 still ranked. Mizzou 7-4 still ranked.
Both of those teams should not be ranked. You should have, honestly, like North Texas or James
Uh,
Madison.
I'm sorry. Tennessee is 8-3. Mizzou is 7-4, and Texas is now 8-3. The bias of the rankings for the SEC, when you look at San Diego State, who is not ranked at 9-2, you have New Mexico, who is 8-3, and they are not ranked. Still a better record than Mizzou. UNLV is 9-2 and not ranked. Iowa and Nebraska from the Big Ten are 7-4, same as Tennessee, and not ranked. Thoughts?
The ranking committee has always had their like they take a blue chew when they look at the SEC so they can just jerk it.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting, and I think it.
And
I guess I sort of get it. You have more ranked teams, and if one of those teams beats a ranked team, or has a good schedule against a ranked teams or good teams, they should be ranked. Tennessee does not have that.
well, I got the records right here for Washington, who their only losses, and let's just take the Wisconsin loss out because it was 13-10. Let's just take that out. Their only losses are to number 1 Ohio State, number 18, that team up north.
And they played both of those teams very hard.
Very hard. That team up north's only losses are to Oklahoma and USC. And Tennessee's losses are to Georgia, Alabama, and Oklahoma, all top 10 teams. I understand that that's a rough schedule for Tennessee, but that just proves that you can't play in big games. Washington took Ohio State to the wire a little bit through the third quarter.
It was like the middle of the third quarter, and then they're just like, oh, hey, here's how offense works. Look at this.
They fought that team up north to the end. And then that Wisconsin game, it was in Camp Randall, jump around fourth quarter. It was a good environment for Wisconsin, bad environment for Washington. It really was.
You ever been to Wisconsin?
I have. I've actually been to the Wisconsin University in Madison.
It's actually
It's very pretty up there. Very pretty.
If you have never been to Wisconsin, go to La Crosse, just not at night, and don't stay too long, because La Crosse is a GTA server. But if you go to Wisconsin, a nice one to go. You can hit Minnesota and Wisconsin in the same day. Go to La Crosse. There's a place called Granddad's Bluff, and it overlooks the entire.
I have never been there.
Overlooks the entire city of La Crosse, and you can see over the river to St. Paul.
Oh, that's dope.
And my grandparents are from up near there. They're from Trempealeau, Wisconsin, which is like 20 minutes east. And we used to go up there for Thanksgiving all the time. Speaking of Thanksgiving, what's your favorite and least favorite side dish?
I don't have a least favorite.
You gotta have one. You're just like,
I really don't.
There's like gotta be like one thing someone makes. You're just like,
Sweet potatoes.
I don't like sweet potatoes either.
Yeah, I don't like sweet potatoes.
What's your favorite?
My wife makes a like a hash brown casserole with like bell peppers, onions, and it's got cornflakes on top, and you bake it in the oven, and it's amazing. You'll have some this weekend.
My favorite is green bean casserole.
I am making a mean green bean casserole. It's gonna have green beans, bacon, little Parmesan cheese.
See, I just like the classic way where it's like.
Oh, and it's got the onions on top.
The onions. French's onions or just fried onions.
Yep.
I got drunk one time and ordered a 5-pound bag of French's onions, and I was just putting them on things. And then I ordered ones that were spicy fried onions. And I was making chicken sandwiches, and I was putting those on there with a little bit of cheese. Bro.
Nice.
They were really hot, but they were so good. I also am a big fan of my mom makes a mean corn casserole, and
I love your mom so much.
my mom makes great food. Yeah. I forgot to bring you potato. I forgot the ham. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go get it Friday.
You go get it Friday and bring it by so I can have it ready for Saturday morning.
How long do you think ham's gonna take?
I'm gonna put it in the oven when I get up at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it'll be ready probably 30 minutes after kickoff. But last thing I want to talk about for this episode of Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob, coaches that have been fired this year.
I want to read this.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got some big names on here, to be 100% honest with you.
I don't think there's any one bigger than that one.
Yeah, well, to be fair,
we had 170 wins.
So we'll go down. We're gonna go from the bottom up on this list. So Trent Dilfer, didn't know he was a head coach.
Yep.
3 seasons at UAB, 9-21. That one makes kind of sense. Colorado State,
Read that one. Remember.
Fired October 12th.
Yep.
So
this is a mid-season firing.
7 days later, I think.
Yep.
I can't tell if that's a 3 or a 7.
That's a 9.
What is that?
That's 2.
Okay, so I should go in that. Oregon State fired Trent Bray, 5-4 out of 2, or 5-14, 2 seasons. They got fired the same day. 7 days, or I guess there's another one that was that you don't have them in chronological order. Penn State fired James Franklin, 104-45 after 12 seasons for the Nittany Lions. He got fired on the same day. 7 days later, Colorado State fires James J. Norvell, 18-26 out of 4 seasons. Okay.
Same day.
Florida fired Billy Napier, 22-23, 4 seasons. I skipped a bunch of them. The first firing of the year was actually Deshaun Foster out of UCLA, 5-10 in 2 seasons. He got fired.
It was Troy Taylor.
Oh, Troy Taylor got fired before the season even started.
Fired March 25th.
March 25th. He was 6-18, 2 seasons. And September 14th was when Deshaun Foster got fired. Like a week and a half later, Mike Gundy out of Oklahoma State after 21 seasons. Really solid record for the Cowboys. 170-90.
In 21 seasons, that's pretty good. It's not. It's you're just above 500 a little bit because it's 85-85. Or no, 90. So it's 45-45.
I'd say that's significantly above 500.
It's only 30 games above 500.
Wouldn't 90-90 be 500?
No, what I'm saying is 170 divided by 2.
So he has like a 700 win average?
Yeah.
You made that way more complicated than it needed to be. A week later, after he got fired, actually 5 days after he got fired, Arkansas fired Sam Pittman, their head coach, for 6 years, 32-34. That was on September 28th. And then on October 26th, Brian Kelly got fired after 4 seasons with LSU. 34-14.
Couldn't win a season opener to save his life.
Couldn't. Well, he did this year, but that did nothing for him. That was October 26th. A week later, Auburn fires Hugh Freeze, 15-19 to 3 seasons, and just yesterday, University of California fires Justin Wilcox, 48-55 in 9 seasons.
Now flip the page over for the coaches that have jobs now.
All right. Virginia Tech, we talked about this, I think, last week. They hired James Franklin. I don't know if that's a good fit for James Franklin. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Maybe he's just looking for a job. He's in desperation mode. He's like, I can't not be hired. And then Kent State hired Mark Carvey. That's it. Those two.
So as we look at it now, the jobs that are still available.
You got some big schools.
Yeah.
And UAB.
The most high-profile job that we have on this list right now is probably a tie between LSU, Florida, and Penn State. I would put a little bit more emphasis on Penn State. And then LSU, and then Florida.
Auburn's a big one.
Auburn is a big one. I would probably put them 5th.
The ones that, new conference, Cal.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Arkansas, I don't know any Arkansas, Oklahoma State, and UCLA and Stanford, and Oregon State and Colorado State. All of those are kind of just like they're gonna probably hire somebody weird.
I told you at the beginning. What is it? Eric Morris. Yeah, Eric Morris, the head coach currently at North Texas, has the potential to fill any of these top 5. And in my top 5, Penn State, LSU, Auburn, Florida, and Oklahoma State. Those are probably the top 5 jobs available right now for coaches. But you look at who they got rid of. Does Brian Kelly go to a Cal? Does Brian Kelly go to a Florida?
Does he go to Penn State?
Go back up into the cold?
You know who I wouldn't want to see, and I know we're talking about coaches being fired, and I think I've been pretty steadfast that I don't think Lance Leipold's going anywhere.
I have a feeling that if he doesn't win against Utah, he's probably gone.
I don't think they're going to fire him because they're still technically rebuilding. They had a couple bad seasons. It happens after.
Yeah, but you had a really good recruiting class come in.
I don't know if any of those recruits are playing.
Like you have Jalen Daniels, Highshaw, like
those were all before he was there.
Right, but those players helped recruiting the people that are coming in. But another team on that list that I really think.
But if Lance Leipold goes to Penn State, watch out.
Yeah, but didn't Lance Leipold say this is his last coaching gig? He's not going to coach after this?
He said something about he doesn't want to leave Lawrence.
That's fair.
And out of all of the active coaches, granted they're not Division I, I think he has the most national titles. With Wisconsin Whitewater, I think he won like 6 in a row. And that man rebuilds programs. So, I mean, KU fans, be patient. We went 10 years of dog shit. A 5-win season is a win. KU is not a football school. They're a basketball school. But I think we talked about this at the beginning of the season too, and this is just a weird little side thing here. So Kansas had the largest single person donation in college sports history.
Oh, like $300 million.
$350 million from David Booth, that's when you watch KU games and they have home games, they say pack the booth because it's David Booth Memorial Stadium. But it's Memorial Stadium at David Booth Fields or something like that. Look for KU to be super aggressive in the transfer portal this season. People might want to say let's pick a backup quarterback for Ohio State, Lincoln Kleinholtz.
That's his last year.
Is it? Okay, what's that St. Clair guy?
Tavian St. Clair?
Yeah.
Yeah. You fuck right off.
Well, I'm just saying hypothetically. Say Lance Leipold's like, hey, why don't you come to Lawrence? You'll start. Or pick the backup running back for any random school that's pretty good. That's not a senior. You got a freshman or sophomore running back and they're not getting a lot of playing time, and they're like, hey, you want to start?
That's another thing that upset me a little bit with the amount of backs that were at Ohio State. They went to West Virginia and picked up C.J. Donaldson.
I'm not saying he's having a bad season, but there's no reason.
They're only using him inside the 10.
He's like a goal line back. He's basically a fullback.
Yeah, he's pretty big, but you also got West, you also got Peoples-Jones, and you got Bo Jackson. Come on.
We don't need to have 4 running backs.
Do you know what I miss? The wishbone formation. That's what I thought.
I miss the power eye.
Yeah, the power eye's good too. Can you imagine C.J. Donaldson as a fucking fullback on a power eye?
Yeah. Just get a full head of steam and he's just.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
That tush push.
I fucking hate the tush push. I'm so tired of the tush push. There's a stupid stat in the NFL. I think Jalen Hurts has the most rushing touchdowns in the past 3 seasons
Because of that.
for a quarterback. And it's like, Saquon Barkley got kind of fucked out of an MVP because they run the tush push so much.
Yeah.
If they would have had it at like the 1 or 2 yard line and handed it off to Saquon Barkley, who is a power back, he probably would.
What is he, like 6'2" and like 240?
Saquon Barkley.
I think he's like 6'2", 240. Like he's not a small guy.
He is 7'4". No, he's 6 foot even 233.
Okay.
They call him Quadzilla.
Smashing those quads, man. So real fast, on these right here, I want you to pick 3 teams and 3 coaches from this list who could fill those spots.
Honestly, Billy Napier, I could see him taking a job at like Cal or one of the 3 California schools, like Stanford or UCLA. I think probably Stanford makes the most sense in my opinion.
Yeah. I could see that.
I think Mike Gundy's done.
You don't think he's going to go back coaching? What about offensive coordinator?
If he could go offensive coordinator, probably get a pretty high gig too.
Maybe what if he becomes the athletic director somewhere?
He could. Brian Kelly, I could see him going to like, honestly, anywhere. He's a high profile coach.
There's a couple schools on there that I don't think could afford Brian Kelly.
Oregon State, Colorado State, UAB.
Arkansas. Cal. He's definitely not going to UAB. Well, who's your last one?
Hugh Freeze. I honestly could see him going into OSU, to Oklahoma State.
Do you think his offensive style fits what they already have there?
They don't have anything. That's the problem.
Well, they have good fast receivers. They just don't have a quarterback. But wherever he goes, he's going to be a big name. So I'm pretty sure DJ Lagway went to Florida because of, or not DJ Lagway, what's his name?
Is he in the NFL?
He was the Florida quarterback 2 years ago.
Did he play for the Colts?
I think so.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I think Anthony Richardson went to Florida because Hugh Freeze became the coach 3 years ago. So he has name recognition, but could he pull off something like that at like an Oregon State or an Oklahoma State?
I think anything's possible. I don't think Trent Dilfer's getting a job anywhere.
I don't think Trent Dilfer's doing anything.
I think he's going to go back to being a shit analyst.
Yeah. For me, I think Brian Kelly, I think you hit it in the nail on the head. Brian Kelly could go to Penn State. I think Sam Pittman would be really good getting fired at Arkansas, going to UCLA or Cal. And then you're gonna think I'm crazy. Justin Wilcox, I could see going to Oregon State.
I like it. Well, I think that wraps up this jam-packed filled episode of Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider joining the Discord, like and subscribe.
You sound like a robot.
Hit hit the bell for notifications, so that way you know if we're live. Watch our videos, and share if you want. It's totally free. It's up to you. And thank you guys again so much for watching. We will be back next week for Conference Championship talk.
And Rivalry Weekend wrap-up.
Rivalry Weekend wrap-up.
Yeah.
Again, this has been Jacob and Dan for Exiting the Huddle.